We welcome you to the beautiful Bitterroot Valley. It is surrounded by mountain ranges on both sides with wonderful places to ride, pack, hike, fish, hunt, and enjoy its spectacular scenery. We hope you will join us in this beautiful setting.
We're a local group here. Our main purpose and our main goals are to work with the Forest Service in keeping trails open for equine use and other public agencies as well as the Forest Service. One of our biggest things is education. Kind of the same goes about the training of the traditional ways. Because the demographic of the backcountry horsemen people are changing, we're not, the loggers we used to be or the ranchers we used to be. Society is changing. We need to keep those skills in order to maintain the wilderness the way it was, when it was formed. Educating our own members, but other horse users on the leave no trace methods and to tread lightly on the land. So the Forest Service is realizing how important that is because of the lack of funding on maintaining the trails. So if they get overgrown or downfalls, we've had beetle kill and fires, all of those affect the trails. So in order for us to keep our ability to ride in that country, we need to help keep them trails open. And we do that today many different ways. We do some boots on the ground where we're doing the cutting and work. We do a lot of packing, different chapters. There's 18 chapters in the state. Do things a little differently depending on what agencies they're working for. And they'll hire interns to come in and do the trail work. And what the Backcountry Horsemen, what we do is we partner with them and we pack all of their tools and equipment and their camp, their food. We'll pack them in. Most of them hike in on their own, but we pack all their supplies in, and then we'll go back in a week or two and pack them back out. I'm from Stevensville, and the local food bank there does an annual thing where they pack Christmas boxes, food boxes, for their clients that they normally help with food throughout the year. I got involved when Lee Scharf, a former member, but he was involved with the Pantry Partners and saw a need that, okay, when they pack these food boxes, they need some help. So we brought in the Backcountry Horsemen.
Some of our volunteer projects, this is one of them. We're involved with the 4-H. We volunteer with the No Trace program. We volunteer at the fair and helping get people into the fair and get the tickets sold. So there's a number of volunteer projects that we're doing in the valley here.
Biggest thing that I really enjoyed was the fact that our work helped the Wolverine watching monitoring stations, because I'm also doing that, and we hiked up to set our station, and instead of walking through water on the trail, we walked over snow.
So the water is staying off the trail.
The water is staying off the trail.
So that's an example of how what we're doing benefits others, just like
other groups.
The food pack benefits people in the community. Yeah.
I just like being part of the camaraderie and being able to contribute something to the community and to this group. I mean, we work in coordination with the wildlife associations, trails coalitions, U.S. Forest Service. We also receive training in crosscut and chainsaw operation, all the safety operation of that equipment. So not only is it a benefit to the community, it's also a benefit to us personally. So I get a lot of self-gratification from working with this group.
I just like being in this club because it is really an energetic group of people and they're good cooks. So we always have great meetings and we have great trail projects which are beneficial to everybody that uses them.
So many people.
Not just the horse people, but everybody else, hikers and
bikers
and everything. So it's a great group.
People that are willing to volunteer like we have for backcountry horsemen are generally the ones that volunteer in other community organizations. A lot of us are volunteer firemen, or we're helping out with our local churches or whatever the case may be. It's a mindset or a character of that type of person. So in order to get a seat at the table, if you will, on the decisions that are made in our public lands, we decided that the most important thing we can do is volunteer to help clean up and maintain that resource. So that's the birth of Backcountry Horsemen.
The Bitterroot Backcountry Horsemen chapter, established in 1976, was the third chapter formed in the nation. We have evolved and adapted to the changing times. But we have always maintained our commitment to working hard, clearing trails on national and state forest lands, and being responsible trail users. Looking to the future, we know all backcountry horsemen